Greetings, nail peoples. Sorry, better. Hello. Oh, that's some lovely hair I've got going on. We're going to go ahead and fix that right now because damn. Okay. Hello. Come on in. It is May 27th, I'm pretty sure. And this is Nails Over Coffee, and I am Michelle Cordes Pugh. And today we have Minnie Mouse, who that's how I feel today. She's like, hey. So yes, that's what we've got today. We've got Minnie Mouse. So let me say hello to Minnie Mouse. Welcome everybody. Hey ya. Barry, you took down your Periscope from the other night. I was so bummed. I wanted to see what I had left. That was too exciting. You're too funny. Oh, Tiger Lily Tacoma. So I'm sorry I'm late, you guys, but we almost had a major Nails Over Coffee fail. Like major. Yeah, you were drunk, Barry. So we almost had a major Nails Over Coffee fail. I did not bring any coffee with me down to the salon. So luckily, my friend and cohort nail tech, Tiger Lily Tacoma, hi Charlotte, has moved in next door to me, which is super exciting. And I was just checking out her place, and she was kind enough to give me coffee from her Keurig. So I have coffee for Nails Over Coffee because she's the bestest. Oh, I have got to do something with this hair. Maybe it's just the fluorescent lighting. Thanks, man. All right, so some kind of fun things going on for our Friday. I just did a client who the first time, oh, Charlotte, bad girl. Hi, Tia. So, this last client I just had, this was only the second time she'd ever had her nails done in a nail salon. And the first time she went to a discount salon trying to get them done for a ball, and she hated them, but she didn't know any different. And so she just kind of like eked by. And so she found me coincidentally, well, then you can go away. No, teenagers should not just be on here. It's used by a lot of people. It's a social media platform. The supermarket, right? Go away then, right? So she came in and I had her booked for a full set. She found me on Yelp. I had her booked for a full set, but she had a good enough base. Hello, Miss Dr. Valenti. She had a good base, so I was able to really just kind of straighten her out and shorten her and everything, reshape her, fill her acrylic. And then she settled on a lovely Dazzle Dry color. It was like a mauve color. I'm so bad with knowing their names now. And she left so excited, and we discussed the fact that so many people don't know the difference. They don't know that it's any better. And I was so glad that she was seeking out something. She's like, there's gotta be something better than this. This chick took like 15 minutes to do my nails. They were all crooked. They looked awful. My polish looked awful. And so, oh, love the nautical set I did, glitter stripes and the, and the heart. Yeah, that was an interesting process. But see, that's how I love my raving fans, because they post and they tell everybody, because they like just can't, I just can't not. So I love my raving fans. So I did have an interesting, oh, you like my hair today? Oh, thank you. Well, it looks better now than it did when it was up a minute ago when you saw me. But so yesterday I had an interesting experience where I was doing a pedicure, on a regular guest, and I went to go take off her Dazzle Dry toenail polish, and it was pink. I mean, her polish was pink, but it was like the polish came off, but her toenails were still pink where the polish was. And of course, I was surprised. I've never had that happen before. And she'd gone like 6 weeks, which is a little longer than I'd like her to go. So I thought maybe that was it. But I decided to reach out to Dr. Vivian and ask her if there was something I had done wrong. Because, well, and I thought maybe Barry says stained. And that was sort of what I maybe thought. But know that Dazzle Dry has no reactive ingredients, so I couldn't figure out what for the life of me it would have been stained with. So when I did her toenails 6 weeks ago, I used the Dazzle Dry Prep. I used the Dazzle Dry base coat, 2 coats like you're supposed to, 2 coats of color, and Dazzle Dry top coat. And so here I was using an acetone polish remover to take it off. Well, as it would turn out, my acetone polish remover wasn't strong enough to get the base coat off. So that tells us something about like a gel manicure, but no gel. And no UV light, because it wasn't strong enough. I use a peach acetone polish remover from Tammy Taylor Nails, and it wasn't strong enough to get the base coat off. So I didn't know at the time, so I just ended up buffing it off. But I did find out from Dr. Vivian that if I would have used the Dazzle Dry Nail Prep again, it would have taken that off. And if I would have used Dazzle Dry's lemongrass polish remover to begin with, it probably would have taken the whole thing off. So this is why we talk about systems, because systems, even something that it doesn't seem important like polish remover, can be very important. I mean, I wasted probably 3 or 4 minutes futzing around with this polish and buffing a nail that I wouldn't have otherwise buffed. But that 3 or 4 minutes, when you're booking a 45-minute service, 3 or 4 minutes can be kind of a big deal. If you have to cut the massage 3 or 4 minutes short because of something you did. Right, and that's it, Barry. Apparently, this is covered. I've read all the Dazzle Dry directions and all that. Dr. Vivian says the Dazzle Dry base coat is more soluble in alcohol than it is in acetone. See, this is why it's awesome to have a manufacturer who actually loves nail techs and actually works with you, because I was able to get a hold of Dazzle Dry, and Dr. Vivian was kind enough to let me know what I did, and it was really cool, and I love the fact that anybody there would have, and she was like, that I thought was in the instructions, but maybe it's not. Maybe we need to bold it more. And my point was, it very possibly could be in the directions. I just don't remember it being there. So don't think it's not there because of me. It may be there, and maybe I just didn't catch it. Yes, they had an answer for me. They didn't brush me off. She took it very seriously. We discussed maybe if it needs to, because I'm a diehard Dazzle Dry user. I love it. And yes, Barry, they do care about who's using the products, not just making money. How is the Dazzle Dry application? Is it easier than Vinylux? Oh my gosh, yes, Charlotte. I actually gave my Vinylux away to my good friend next door here because she uses Vinylux. And so what colors of Vinylux I had, I donated to her cause for allowing me to use some of her salon space for a while. And so I like Vinylux for stamping. It does okay because it gets so thick that it actually makes a decent stamping polish after you've had the bottle for a couple months. So I usually use it for that, the older bottles, but it does get too thick. And I have a video. I've done a couple of manicures with Dazzle Dry live during Nails Over Coffee. So if you go back on the YouTube archive of Nails Over Coffee, you should be able to find the episode. It's a couple months back where I did a Dazzle Dry manicure on my daughter's roommate. Yes, you can thin it. Good question, Kimberly. Yes, you can thin it. It has a Dazzle Dry thinner that is specifically for the Dazzle Dry, because the reason why polishes get thick is because, good question, Barry, that you wonder about thinning polishes. The reason why polishes get thick is because the solvents that evaporate out of them in order for them to dry also can evaporate out of the bottle. If you're a slow polisher, so you leave your bottle open a lot, it can, you can use, so here the thing is, oh, Victoria, you're so late. So here's the thing though, polish thinners are okay if you use the polish thinner that's designed for the polish that you're thinning. Okay. Need to thin out my MOU. Someone said to put a couple drops of remover in, but I wouldn't try. Don't put remover in because the chemicals that are in polish are not the same as what you use in polish remover. So don't. You would be much better off to use like an OPI lacquer thinner. I found that with a lot of polishes because OPI is such a gigantic mainstream brand that the OPI lacquer thinner will work on lots of polishes. But really the best guarantee is to use the thinner that was designed for your line because it's going to replace the exact solvents out of your line that evaporated compared to otherwise you're putting some solvents you don't know what may not have been in the regular polish to begin with, and then you're going to compromise quality and you're going to compromise wear and longevity, and that's not good for client retention. So oh, Barry, I found out OPI used to still makes acrylic today. I had no idea. Laugh out loud. Yes, OPI does still make acrylic. I can't stand the way it smells. The monomer. That's why there's so many different things. There's no right line or anything. OPI's Competition 3000. That's funny, Barry. Barry thought they just did polish. OPI's Competition 3000, liquid and powder is a really great, really fast set, system. I like it well enough. I can't stand how the monomer smells, which is why I don't use China Glaze nail polish because I've never liked from way back in beauty school. I don't like how it smells. And that's really no big deal to our clients a lot of the time. But if we're going to smell it all the time when we're at work, it better be something we don't hate. So that was my thing about Dazzle Dry. So if you use Dazzle Dry and you've had a problem with any type of staining or what appears to be staining from long wear, that's because the color and the base coat and everything all work together to get that bonding flex technology adhesion. And so sometimes if you're not using the right remover, you'll get the top coat off. Just like how when we're doing a soak off on a gel manicure, it's possible to have all the color come off, but the base coat's still stubborn. It's the same kind of thing, but we're not having to soak off to do it. But that's how you see how the technology would work as well. So that's sort of my thoughts on that. I'll lean in a little bit so it's not a big white wall behind me. So we were having an interesting conversation in Liz Morris on the Nail Hub put up an awesome post that she's got something grinding her gears, as she says, about the whole vegan, organic, 5 free, 7 free, 3 free stuff that's becoming a marketing tactic for gel polish companies. And we were discussing that all gel polishes are vegan in the manner that they don't have animal products in them. The gel polishes don't. And vegan, for some companies, they're twisting it to not mean cruelty-free, when what vegans are looking for is cruelty-free, like not only, so it's supposed to mean cruelty-free, but some people, marketing tactics, are taking aware of that. So please just make sure that you know your suppliers and you know what you're using, and ask them if they drop things in little bunnies' eyes to test if it's bad and stuff like that, because no bunnies need to be sacrificed for us. A friend of mine's big on biosculpture purely because of the vegan trademark. Right. Yeah. I mean, but you still, like, buyer beware, still with anything else, you have to sometimes reach out to the company and say, what does vegan mean to you? I know what vegan means to Dazzle Dry because I've looked and I've asked and I found out about it, and I'm comfortable with the fact that it is all vegan and it's cruelty free, and that the rest of the line will become, well, annoys me is she's a massive meat eater. Barry, that's funny. See, that's the thing though. I eat meat, but I still choose vegan or cruelty-free products, because just because I'm going to eat a cow does not mean that I think it shouldn't have been able to be a cow when it was alive before we ate it. So as long as it lived a happy cow life until we killed it and ate it, and we killed it humanely and all that, I'm okay with that. I'm just not down with the factory farming thing, and the easy way to avoid a lot of that stuff with products is to look for a vegan thing. And yeah, no testing. Barry says she doesn't like testing on animals. No testing on animals. Like, there's just no need for any of that anymore. Let's see. There was another post I saved. It is frustrating. I know, Barry. Oh, this was interesting. So someone calls to schedule an appointment yesterday and calls me. This is in nail tips for nail techs. Yeah, no to cosmetic testing. And hey, Kate, what are we discussing? Well, we're just changing topics. So you have to go back and watch the replay, which is a bunch of really good Dazzle Dry stuff. But now we're going to talk about, Victoria says we should do product testing on prisoners that hurt or damage kids. I'm totally down with that. Sign me up. Do I get to be the one who actually puts the product in their eyes? Okay, so this is in Nail Tips for Nail Techs, and it says, so someone calls to schedule an appointment with me yesterday, then calls me today and cancels because our shop plays Christian music. I would curse, but I'll be blessed with any more. All money ain't good money. And she took a screenshot of the message that the potential client sent that was, okay, also checking to see what kind of music they listen to in your shop. I don't want to find myself leaving if there is religious music being played. So then the discussion started. So lots of people said, that's your business. You can play whatever you want. And lots of Christians frequent nail salons with Buddhas, altars, sacrifices, music in another language, movies as well. And not about, this isn't an issue about music or culture, or alternate languages, but of religion. So let's see. Barry says, religious arguments are long-winded and exhausting. Everyone's right in their own right. So, and the thing is, and that there was some people who are Christians or religious who were like, I play what I want in my salon. If they don't like it, they can go somewhere else. And certainly as a business owner, you have the right to say that and do that. However, there was some other things that were discussed, which is, but thing is, this is what was said. Say, what is religious music? Most in charts mention a God or something someone else believes in. Right? So, Gemma said, the thing is, we work in the service industry. To me, unless you are, I should say Gemma Hollis, not to be confused with Gemma Lambert. But thing is, we work in the service industry. To me, unless you're deliberately setting out to only have one type of client, which is fair enough, by the way, it's your business, it makes no sense to alienate non-Christians in this way. You may not think they notice, and I probably wouldn't say a thing, but I wouldn't return as it's not my thing. And yeah, Christian rock bands or whatever, that's obviously different things. So some people play music, some people stream Pandora or Spotify. There was a comment that said, as a Christian, I would be annoyed. My relationship with God is personal. Music is an essential part of the atmosphere, so you can be happy with the obvious reputation your salon has received. Yes, Barry has a Phenomenals playlist. So, you know, talking about iHeartRadio is a great station called Sunshine or something. Asian music in a Vietnamese salon that was getting repetitive after a while was commented. And I sneak some punk in to keep me sane with all the naff pop music, right? Making sure that the music could, you know, and this was very well said. So this is long, but this was very well said. Stephanie Gordon said, I posted on here not so long ago about music. I haven't played music since I've started because I've enjoyed getting to know my clients, and generally anyone who sit in my chair has a cuppa in the hand that's not being used and is blethering whilst I work. That being said, I have now made 2 playlists. One of my clients plays 80s from her phone, right, Victoria? That being said, I now have made 2 playlists that I can put it on and let play so I can work in case of silence, which I hate. I'm from a Catholic background and I choose to be Wiccan. However, in more recent years, I've just become whoever is up there will have words at the end type, but I also like metal, rock and roll, and all sorts of electric whizzy music, says the older members of my family. Charlotte agrees. I love 80s tunes. So she continues, anyway, where I live, it's split between non-denominational and Catholic. Neither would thank you to play either music, Wilston, nor would I. I don't believe your personal beliefs should transfer into a workplace. You have very specific places for that, and that's where I think it should stay. I believe by us being neutral, clients have the ability to escape, relax, and unwind. I don't think anyone would thank me for playing some Slipknot or Disturbed or to sing hymns, laugh out loud. In fact, I think they'd be very confused and leave. Maybe I should do this when I have a horrible client. Haha. I just believe we should be a welcoming, friendly, relaxed, and neutral area for everyone of all backgrounds, and we as techs should be the same. And I think that was a very nice way to put that. So Barry says, with some clients, I put iTunes on shuffle, and we have now, that's what I call Disney, and Christmas hits pop up, right? And Charlotte says she agrees. We lay a lot of punk and metal here, but that isn't a salon. Perfect segue, Kate, into what I was going to say. Tiger Lily Tacoma, I've been playing symphony. Thoughts? That's as a part of all of your things. So this is what I commented, and I was the last comment on this. This is what I commented, which I said, music, style, or even lack of music is part of the physical landscape of your business. It should match the entire theme of what you're doing in the salon, or part of the salon for larger formats. Understand what the marketing mix is and how it impacts your business. This is what blows me away about our business. People complain they don't have enough clients, but they are overlooking some basic business principles that when all added together can make or break a business. Salons are no different. I play Jack Johnson, Amazon Prime Station in my salon, and spa music in my pedicure room. This is because I have a beach house theme. I can listen to 90s alternative when I'm off or cleaning. And that's really the point I wanted to make about bringing up this topic of music, is that subliminal messaging, Joan University of Nails, and learn how Tia plays smooth jazz. And one of my guests said, please don't feel the need to keep the music on there on my account. Yeah, I had a client back in the day who were in her pedicures in the private room. She didn't like the spa music. To her, it wasn't relaxing. So I invited her to bring in her own music, or to tell me what she liked. And she actually liked Celtic, like flute music. And so I actually developed a great love for Celtic flute music, over the years of doing her pedicures every 4 weeks. Yeah, I can mix up with different clients, but I have acoustic stuff for when I have newbies. Right. So I think that it's, like I said, it's all part of the marketing mix. So if you think about it. When you go to, I saw a great example of this today. So I was stopped at the supermarket on my way to work today. And they were outside. So it's Memorial Day weekend here in the States, which is a big holiday to celebrate our veterans who have died in service. And Memorial Day is on Monday. But so this weekend tends to be, hi Tina, tends to be a barbecue, camping, holiday sort of weekend. And a lot of people barbecue, a lot of people do things. So here is a case of physical landscape in the marketing mix, making a direct result of impact on your sales. So I was going into the supermarket, and from my car, I could smell the delectable smell of ribs and barbecued ribs and just barbecue and charcoal and, oh my goodness, and smoke. It was amazing. Well, by the time I got to the front door, there was they have a barbecue stand set up that they're selling. They have somebody out there barbecuing, and they're selling ribs and hot dogs and sausages and stuff like that at a really special price because it's a holiday weekend. Now, how many people, right, Charlotte? I'm making Charlotte hungry. So now how many people who were going into the store for milk or to drop off a prescription or something like that. Now smelling that, they're going to stop. Maybe they're going to pick up something and get something to eat. But that smell is all in here, the physical landscape. Then you walk in and you see the big display of it's Memorial Day, buy chips and hot dog buns, and all of this is right here. And so you're primed. It's all part of the marketing experience. And so how many people are going to go in and pick up a rack of ribs who are just in there to buy milk? How many people are going to buy a different kind of barbecue sauce or a different rib rub or something because that's what they smelled? That became part of the physical landscape of the marketing mix. So music is much the same way. So you need your music to reflect whatever impression and vibe you have going on. So that's really important. So yes, that's why we do our own nails or explain why we don't have nails on. Yeah, it should match your brand. Exactly, Kate. Okay, my next client is on her way here, and I need to let her know the directions to where she's coming. So hold please, that way I can keep talking to you guys until she gets here. You're not here, are you, Maggie? Nope. Okay. So I need to select all this good stuff right here. So, oh, Maggie. She is almost here. So, Barry, I did French tips on myself today. Glue everywhere. Damn tips. We have got to get you sculpting everything, Barry, because you're going to end up gluing to your face. All right. I am going to have to sign off here because I too have a client, Kate. Maggie is finding her way here, and so I need to unlock the door. So it's time. One off on yourself today. You never do tips. I do tips on my right hand and I sculpt on my left hand. Saves me a lot of frustration. But I'm going to put IBX and stuff on. Does my client need coffee? I don't think so. And Victoria, no, I have not had a chance to catch up with Elaine yet. I know, a quick show today because I'm busy making money so I can pay my rent, you guys. But I did find a paint that's a primer and paint all in one, and it's spray. And so I think I'm going to be able to get some of this furniture done faster and cheaper than I thought it was. Oh, she's over at Tiger Lily next door. Okay, I have to go. Hopefully Kimberly will bring her back over here, or I will meet them at the door. My door's not locked. And I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I will see you guys on Monday. It'll be a holiday for me, but I will still be here for you. Hello! And I have to go be a nail tech now. So have a good weekend. I love you guys. Thank you guys for joining in. Yes, onions have layers. Happy Friday. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. Thank you for those who have served and been lost for the cause. And we just had Armed Forces Day recently, so that's to celebrate the people who are currently serving. And yeah. All right, guys. Have a good weekend. I'll see you on Monday. Hopefully I'll have gotten some painting done. Farewell. Auf Wiedersehen. Oh, I suppose I don't say that right. Auf Wiedersehen. But that's closer. Arrivederci. Ciao. Au revoir. Hasta lunes. All right. Bye, guys.